Okay, so now we're up to the second part of our series where we're doing iPad icons. We've already created what we needed inside Illustrator and using Adobe Sketch, and here are the pictures that I've done. And as I look at it, I can see that a couple of them have slight issues with the corners, but I'm not worried about that because we're going to be rounding off these corners anyway. Okay, so this is a mock-up that I made. I've sort of got a high resolution picture of a iPhone or an iPad here, and I put all the little bits in here. I put the wallpaper there, and you can see here in my layers panel just what I've done and what I've locked off. And I've also exactly worked out the frames and the labels as well. And if I just show you the guides by pressing Control colon, you can see I've actually worked it out exactly and precisely, even going down to these ones at the bottom. Now, I didn't have one student that was able to fill up all of them. In fact, what I ended up doing was cropping the images so you just see pretty much that. But that's okay. So anyway, this is what the kids are going to be doing. Let's hide those. Very easy. All they're going to be doing is clicking on the first frame and going to File, Place, and then go to my files here, and let's go to the first one. We'll double click it. Now, it's in there, but the actual size of the picture is a lot bigger than the frame. If I click on this little donut image, you will see that red icon showing you that the picture is way too big. Now, I could rescale this, but there's a much easier way. So I'm just going to right click this, and I'm going to go to Fitting, and what I want to do is I want to fit the content to the frame, which is Control-Alt-E. Now that's important because if you teach the kids the shortcuts, they can do this much quicker. So let's click that. Boom, there we go. You can see it's perfectly in the frame. The frame has the rounded corners already, so that's all done for them. Alright, so that's the first one. Let's do the next one, and let's go to File, Place, and if you go to File, Place, you can see the shortcut is Control-D. Now, if you remember, let's go over here and have a look at the fitting again. Control-D was place, and Control-Alt-E is fit content to frame. So this is how quickly it can be. Click on the frame, Control-D. Double-click your file, Control-Alt-E, done. 5 seconds. Let's do it again. Control-D. Next picture was the yellow one. Control-Alt-E, done. Okay, so I'm going to zip through these and then I'll tell you the next step. Okay, there we go. So I've got all my icons here. So now all we have to do is go to the Type tool and then select the first label here and then put in what it's called. And I'm actually using the font I'm using is Helvetica New, and as far as I know, that is the iOS font. So it's nice to be authentic where you can. This one's Game Center. Now, Game Center doesn't quite fit, as you can see. To be as authentic as possible, I would probably click on the black and just stretch that out a little bit rather than shrinking the type. Except I think I've locked that off, so I'm not sure if I can do that. Alright, well then let's lock the type then. So let's select everything. Let's go Control-A to make sure it's all selected. And let's just go down a little bit. 7 points. Okay. Alright, so the next one was clock. And then this one was music. This one was weather. This one is calculator. And then lastly, this one's video. There we go. All done. Okay, so that's it, and that's how you create it. You can get rid of these other labels if you want to, but when you're ready to save it, it's just File, Export, and save it as a JPEG, and then just put it anywhere you like, call it whatever you like, and done. Easy. Alright, so that's how I did it. That is how I created iPad icons using 3 tools, using Adobe Sketch, Adobe Illustrator, and finally Adobe InDesign. Can't wait to see what your kids come up with. Thanks for listening.